DIGGERSBY though. Hello YouTube! This is Chriz Maniac, your friendly neighborhood maniac, bringing you a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And now this battle is against Zeze, or Zeze, whatever, however you pronounce it. And he is one of my, let's just say, students. And I've raised him up from a young pupil to a guy who actually has a competitive Pokemon team. So I'm proud of him. This is actually one of his first battles, so I am just bringing whatever. I'm bringing like Pokemon not even in OU, and even some NU Pokemon in here, like Sudowoodo or something. And when I looked at his team, I was threatened by his team because his team looks very strong, very like well structured, and yeah, this is gonna be an uphill battle for me because his team's actually pretty good. Anyways, I bring a Brock just to lead off, and I just switch out right there because I know that an Earthquake is incoming, and I bring an Asimov, my Rotom A. I float in the air and I levitate, dodging the Earthquake, and he goes for U-turn, not wanting to stay in for the Will-O-Wisp. And that is great by me because I hardly take any damage from that U-turn, and I can heal off with that with my leftovers, and I can set up a Reflect on his switch. In comes Gara, his reference from Naruto, his Tyranitar. I set up the Reflect on his switch, and then I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I'm not scared of a crunch. Even though I have no investment in defense, I just have max HP, max special defense. I know after Reflect and after Burn, I would hardly take anything from this Tyranitar's crunch, even though this Tyranitar has a super effective move against me, and that thing has a lot of attack. And that thing is probably a special defensive Tyranitar, like all of them nowadays are. Anyways, yeah, I think that crushed really well, and even after leftovers, like I hardly take any damage, so yeah, that's all good. That I have a burnt Tyranitar right in front of me, and I Reflect up, so I'm sitting here pretty comfortable, pretty confident in my team right now. Anyways, I bring him Brock, and the only thing he can do is just set up rocks, or he can't really hurt my Sudowoodo, so I take this opportunity to set up rocks too. So we both trade rocks right now, just being gentlemen, trading rocks like it's nothing. And then comes this Dragonfly, and I'm like, okay, that I can just sack off my what's it called? My Sudowoodo right now because I don't need to really this guy already set up rocks. But he doesn't go for Earthquake, he goes for the Dragon Claw. And if I take anything from that, and I hit it with a Wood Hammer, that's quite a bit of damage. A good like, I don't know, 30%. And I'm pretty happy with the damage. My Reflect wears off, so that is why I took that little damage, and Sudowoodo was actually pretty defensive. Anyways, I bring in Leonidas, my Empoleon, and I thought here he was Scarf, but I forgot he went for the U-turn earlier after going for an Earthquake. So that was a stupid move on my part, but he just switches out right here, fearing that I have an Ice Beam to take him out next turn, and he would live my Earthquake. I mean, I would live his Earthquake there. Anyways, in comes Bowser, his another video game reference of his Blastoise. I yawn in the switch because actually I didn't know what I was doing there. That was a very risky move on my part because he could have Earthquake my Empoleon, taken it out, or possibly just did a lot of damage to it. So, anyways, he goes for Rapid Spin, and that is fine by me. I can set up my rocks later on, and his Blastoise is asleep. Oh, actually, wait. I thought after the Rapid Spin he would fall asleep, and then that's why I went for the Roar, or even like I thought he would switch out right there. So I thought I thought he would fall asleep or something, but that was a very bad move on my part. Now his Blastoise is still awake and it can still Rapid Spin, so that sucks on my part. I didn't know. I guess I learned something new that time. Anyways, it comes Bowser again, just take I guess a Scald, a water move for me, and I switch out right there, and then go into my Rotom again, just to thread him out with a possible Thunderbolt. But I don't carry Thunderbolt in this Rotom. I have dual status, which is Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, Reflect, and then I have Hex just to work well with my status moves. So anyways, we're both right here eating our leftovers in the middle of the battlefield, having a picnic. Out comes his Bowser, and I go for, what do I go for? I forgot actually. I think I go for another Reflect. Yeah, I expected his Tyranitar just to come in, just to counter my Rotom A. Anyways, I hit my Sandstorm, doesn't really matter because I have leftovers, blah 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 blah. And then I switch out right here, I believe. Wow, so many after turn effects. Leftovers, Sandstorm, and Burn. Anyways, there's a shot right there. And I bring Brock again, just rocks. Because I know that he has a Chandelure fly around, floating around, and as well as a Charizard Y. So it would be very good for me just to set up soft rocks. And I think it's a Charizard Y just based on structure in his team because he needs more special attackers in his team. Anyways, in comes Valu, and he brings in for rocks, so that's a very good play in his part. And yeah, I set up soft rocks, and that's fine. Now I can just stay in right here and stack off my Sudowoodo. He gets tries to do something weird, and like he doesn't like take my Sudowoodo out. I can go for an explosion and absolutely annihilate the Charizard. So he sets up the sun, and he goes for a flamethrower. And I was thinking I could live this, but nah. Sudowoodo doesn't have that much of a special defense. So my Sudowoodo goes down, and that's too bad. And I bring a Scott right here, and I bring a Scott just to Tailwind because I can't outspeed this Charizard. It's really fast. My team is actually pretty slow. So that sucks. What a waste of a Whimsicott. I feel so sorry for Scott. I'm so sorry, Scott. I wish I could have used Scott more, but with that Chandelure running around and that Charizard Y, he wouldn't be of much use. Anyways, I bring BERTHA right here, just to smack this thing up with a return if he tries to stay in. And the unfortunate Pokemon that is going to get smacked up is his Blastoise. And I bet he has a Steam and Scott in this thing, which are both super effective against me, but this return is more than a 2-hit KO. It's yeah, it does way more than 50%. So with 2 returns, you're gonna take that Blastoise out. So down goes Blastoise, and that shows you the pure power, pun intended, of Diggersby. Diggersby is so damn strong. Anyways, he brings in his Greninja, and I'm fearing that might be Scarf. And even with the Tailwind up, I can't outspeed that thing, so I switch out right there into my Empoleon just to be safe. Because I know Diggersby is the only Pokemon I could use to possibly sweep this guy's team later on. And this is not looking good for me because there's a Charizard Y still floating around, and yeah, that kind of sucks. But at least Soft Rocks are still up. Anyways, he goes for a Scald and gets the burn on my Empoleon. That's kind of annoying, but that's not really because I have leftovers. And my Empoleon is not that much of a physical attacker. He is a special attacker. My Leonidas, my Empoleon. Anyways, my Tailwind peters out. He goes for a Grass Knot. I'm fine with that because I'm a special defensive wall, so I don't take that much damage from that, and it's not super effective against me because I am Steel type too, so that's neutral. Anyways, I eat leftovers once again, and I get burnt. So yeah, that is really racking up the burn on me. And with the second Grass Knot, he could take my Empoleon out. So down goes my Empoleon, that serve penguin thing, and I bring in. Actually, wait, yeah. So he sleeps right here, so that's great. He has a sleeping Greninja, and sleeping Greninjas are always great if you can't speed them. Anyways, I bring in Dahaka, my what's his face, squid type thing. I forgot what his name is. Damn, you're probably yelling at the screen just trying to tell me what the name is, but I forgot this thing's name, so I'll just call it a squid type thing. So I use Switcheroo in a switch, on his switch, and he obtains a choice stand and he got Bulbasaur Sash. That doesn't really matter to me because I don't have full health, so that kind of sucks. I actually just cut my choice stand. Anyways, I go for the superpower, and I hit that Tyranitar, just taking it right out. So he sacks off his Tyranitar. That's a pretty good play in his part because if he switched into his any other Pokemon and I switch a Ryu, then they would be crippled. Anyways, a Sandstorm. I get hit by a Sandstorm once again. And comes Amaterasu. Sorry about that. Which is, I believe, some mythological Japanese thing. I forgot what it is though. I think it's a fox, but I don't know. Anyways, I go for a Night Slash. I outspeed that thing, which is really strange. I didn't expect to outspeed it, and I get crit right there. I think that's useless because I have max attack in this thing, and Chandelure seems to be pretty frail. Anyways, yeah, that was surprising. I thought I would get fried right there, but you know, that's all good. Anyways, it comes Valu, his Charizard. I'm like, oh damn, it's GG. The game's up because this thing is just gonna sweep my entire team with Solar Beam and Drought boosted Flamethrower. So yeah, down goes the Haka to Solar Beam. Just in case he switched out right there. Then comes Azumarill, and I am hoping I can speed this thing, but obviously not. That thing has 100 base speed, and Rotom only has like 91 or 92 base speed, which is when it's not evolved in, not evolved, when it's not into its other forms. And I bring in Bertha, and I'm like, okay, Solar Beam me, GG. And I'm hoping to take a crit in this quick attack, but unfortunately I don't. So I'm like, okay, it's a good game, Zeze. and he solar beams, gathering all that energy from nature, and further survives that solar beam. I'm like, what? How can Diggersby survive a solar beam from a Charizard? Charizard 1 has 150 base attack, special attack, and that's incredible. How can the Diggersby survive that? That's insane. So what? Diggersby though. And the only reason why I survived that is probably because I put a Stealth Vest in Diggersby. And even with a Stealth Vest on, I didn't expect to survive that. I even got Stealth Rocks damage before I switched in, so even after Stealth Rocks, Diggersby survived that Solar Beam from a max attack Charizard, max special attack Charizard. And that is insane! And I can sweep the rest of his team with a quick attack and then return, so that was totally unexpected. That was incredible. That was like one of the best moments of my Pokemon battling experience. I totally didn't expect that. So, yeah, Diggersby though! Anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed the battle as much as I did. That was such a shock seeing Diggersby survive. So yeah, if you folks enjoyed the battle, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you all next time!